Hey guys, how you doing? And welcome back to another episode of That Show That Will Not Be Named. I'm your host Brian, to Game Prince, whatever you prefer, and you probably thought this was going to be a confession video because of how I started it. But no, fortunately. Instead, today I was actually hoping on doing a little review of this movie right here. It's called Forbidden Zone. Or is it The Forbidden Zone? No, just Forbidden Zone. This movie, look at that beautiful art. I believe that's Richard Elfman or Danny Elfman. It's one of the Elfmans. This movie, I used to watch it a lot. I guess, as you can see from the back, it's in some circles considered to be the Citizen Kane. Sorry for the fucking mirrored bullshit, but the Citizen Kane of underground movies. This film was made by the Mystic Knights of the Oingo Boingo, which was like an old... I'm sure you know the band, Dead Man's Party, Little Girls. I know you know that song. Music by Danny Elfman with the Mystic Knights of the Oingo Boingo. Basically, they used to have stage shows and shit where they traveled around, they would do stories and whatnot. And eventually, I guess they just finally decided, what would happen if we turned our stage shows into a film? A really bad film, but a film that's also really, really good. And you could probably just tell by the back here, just this back cover, just like the tone of this movie. All of it's like super low budget, like really badly painted backgrounds, but it's funny. This movie's fucking hilarious. It basically follows the Hercules family. And it's just a family. Their last name is Hercules. And essentially, they end up buying this house from this crack dealer or whatever, and blackface. There's blackface in this movie, so, if you're like, that sort of thing, don't watch. But, they buy this house from this crack dealer or whatever the fuck. You know what? I'm steadily realizing now that the dude in blackface makes the situation kind of worse because he is a crack dealer in it. Jesus, that's racist. Anyways, it's funny in the context of the film. Just watch the movie. Essentially, the Hercules family, their last name is Hercules, move into the house and discover that in the basement there is a portal. It's a big-ass mouth, a portal to the sixth dimension. Now, the sixth dimension, I guess, is kind of located next to hell because Elfman here is supposed to be the devil, but he's not in charge of the place. The person who's in charge of the place is the Midget King Fausto, or whatever the fuck his name is, played by that dude who played Tattoo in the original Fantasy Island. I forget his name. I feel so bad. He was a painter. And then Queen Doris, who's played by... she's been in stuff. I know she's been in stuff. I don't know what stuff she's been in. There's a lot of old actors in this. Old comedians, old comedy groups, and whatnot. But essentially, they run the sixth dimension, and... Frenchie Hercules, who's the only daughter of the Hercules family, stumbles into the sixth dimension and becomes romantically involved with Fausto, King F, Big King F, Little King F, and essentially they're trying to get her out and save her. Her brother comes in, and her uncle, which her brother is surprisingly 50 years older than her, and her uncle is two of the best. Her brother and her uncle, two of the best Jewish stereotypes I've seen in a movie ever. Fantastic. Danny Elfman's father, I'm pretty sure, is even in this. He plays a dude called Mr. Bernstein, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's his father. Mr. Bernstein, Mr. Boinstein, whatever. But essentially they need to get out of here before the queen kicks everyone's asses, essentially, and just basically murders everybody because of her insane jealousy. But it's a musical. It is a musical, so there are songs. The songs are hilarious. The songs are like a combo of, I guess, Oingo Boingo parodying itself, and a mix of also them doing versions of old ass songs, but with their old spin on it, like songs from like the 1930s, 1920s, 1910s, or whatever. But this movie is probably the funniest. When I used to watch this, I used to watch the black and white version. I didn't even know there was a colored version until I bought the DVD. Way back in the day, I used to watch this on, I think, Showtime. I used to watch it on some channel back when I lived in Florida. And there's nudity in this movie, so every single time my parents would like even come near, I'd be up late watching this, I'd be like, and I'd quickly switch it over to like fucking, cartoons or whatever. And yeah, a lot of fond memories with this film. I thought this movie was hilarious, one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. But it's batshit crazy. If you and your friends ever want to get drunk or high and watch something really zany and off the wall, this is it. In my personal opinion, the best sequences involve when a group of pimps in the back of a classroom, get into a gunfight with the transvestite teacher. I'm just gonna rattle off some things just so you kind of get the feel for what you're getting into here. Um, Other favorite scenes involve a fight between the king and the queen beneath a human chandelier that eventually dies and becomes a skeleton holding candles. Another scene involves a character called Squeeze It being taken before the devil and having his head lopped off, and him making a deal with him that if he brings him a topless princess, he will help his friends escape the